We're now going to be looking at pizza wheels that demonstrate the different intelligences. Our first set of wheels we're going to look at are dealing with the verbal linguistic learner. You can see this wheel, we have letters of the alphabet followed by numbers, and then we have more numbers. The letters of the alphabet are great for a different grade level. Kindergarten, we could say, give us the lowercase, or first grade, we could say things like a word that begins with. Other grade levels, like fifth grade, for instance, we're reviewing in science a word that begins with that particular letter. Then you see numbers from 1 to 26. That's a way of calling on different kids. If you go by their class list, and we spin it, and then we can call on a student once we grab that particular one. In other words, we put a lace down the middle here, we give it a spin, and we catch it, and that would be person number 19. This particular one has to do with spelling, and you can find that on a website. There's 72 ways of reviewing spelling words, and that's on www.busyteacherscafe.com. A really great website. The next one has to do with literature circles. You can see this would be to pick particular parts in the literature circle of who's going to do what. The next one is a raft, and you can go on the internet and find out a lot about a raft, R-A-F-T, where we have the role of the writer, the audience, the format, and the topic. I especially like this particular one. A quick example might be if we took Humpty Dumpty, the role of the writer. This could be a bird that saw it happen. The audience, he could be talking to other people or even in a jury. The format would be a speech, and the topic could be what really happened to Humpty. The next one, you see, this is a great one that we can have a sentence on the board if we're going to do the analytical method of looking at the different parts of speech. We'd spin it, get a particular one, and find it. The other way we could do it would be the synthetic way of we get a particular part of speech and we have to give a sentence and say what part is a noun, adjective, verb, or adjective. Making words, this was developed by Patricia Cunningham, and each of those segments there would go to make different words beginning with 2-letter, 3-letter, 4-letter, 5-letter, etc. Name that vowel. On this particular one, we give it a spin, we say what the vowel is, or we could find words that have that particular vowel sound in it. The next one has to do with writing, author's purpose. It's as easy as pie, standing for persuade, inform, and entertain. This is also a good one for the visual spatial learner. The next one, daily oral language. In this, what I like to do is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, put a sentence on the board for kids, and we have different corrections that need to be made. We make a game out of it, we give a spin, and we ask, for instance, is there a verb in that sentence? Then if they say yes and they get it right, they get a point for the team. The next one, act it out. These are action verbs. Someone would spin it, another student would catch it with their thumb, and then act this out for the class, and the class would try to figure out what is the action verb. The next one, these are the top words in terms of these top 13 words are 25% of all the words in our English language that we're going to encounter in any reading. In other words, if we took a paragraph from the paper, 25% of the words in that paragraph will be these 13 words. Next one has to do with spelling, and again you can find these on the internet under spelling practice ideas. Lots of different ways that we can do spelling ideas. Just for one moment, we're going to focus on me, and I'm going to give you one that's on there, and it's called the Kung Fu Panta spelling. And here's the way it works. If I were doing the word run, for instance, it would look like this. We were going to use punches and kicks. So for a kick, that would be a consonant. and then we would do a punch for a vowel. So if we were spelling the word run, it would look like this. R-U-N. And the kids have a great time in doing it. You don't want to have the class do that as a learning center, but it's the kind of thing where all the kids in the class could do that together. Our final one that we're going to look at for verbal linguistic is on writing, and these are writing prompts that we can use with kids, and we have them on a wheel. This one actually has it on both sides, the writing prompts. So it gives kids some ideas of how they might want to include things in their writing. So that concludes our ideas that we want to share with you on pizza wheels on the verbal linguistic method of learning.